Welcome to Travel with Danny and MJ.
I'm Mary Jane.
And I'm Danny. We're traveling the world with just carry-ons and a backpack each.
Follow along on our adventures ahead. Welcome to one of the greatest adventures we had in our
full-time travel.
Travel with Danny and MJ. We went to the Sahara Desert. And it was amazing. We're going to tell you all about it. We took a 3-day trip and we just went with the flow, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we did a lot of research. There's lots of options to do it. Did all kinds of different companies do it, all kinds of different levels of luxury or roughing it. You could do.
I was only doing luxury, where you have a bathroom in your tent, and really air conditioning was secondary. The bathroom was the important thing, but we did have air conditioning too. Yeah. And it made like I don't recall exactly, $100 difference or something.
Yeah, it wasn't significant. Yeah. So it was definitely worth it. You know, I mean, it's not luxury like, it's not the Ritz-Carlton or something like that, but it was nice. It was very comfortable. It was
very nice. And it was not a ton of money. You can do the really, really luxury one.
And there's different kind of itinerary options. So there's the round, so we start in Marrakesh, and you can go round trip to Marrakesh, or you can go one way from Marrakesh and end up in Fez, or vice versa. They do Fez to Marrakesh. So that's what we did. We did Marrakesh to Fez because we wanted to go to Fez anyway. So we do the tour. We'd see different things on the second part of it on the way to Fez, and then we'd go spend a day in Fez.
We started off, we had a meeting point to be at early in the morning. We were there. We get picked up in a van. It's just the two of us. It's great. We get brought to our next meeting point.
Right, which is kind of like a little gas station area where there's a whole bunch of different vans there, and they just distribute you. They take, so you two, you go to that van.
We're walking.
Going to the desert.
Meeting point. Going to the desert. It actually is beautiful now, a little cool, but it hasn't been, and I don't expect it to be this cool for the next few days. So we're going to enjoy this a little bit. All right, we'll keep you posted.
7:30, we're at our next stop, waiting for the tour to start. We got picked up by a hotel, taken to a central point, I guess. Now we're waiting to head off into the desert. Right?
Yes, we are. See ya. And then we started driving.
Yeah, so we ended up our group. We had eight of us in a group. There was a couple from Chile, a couple from Mexico, a woman from Australia who lives in Albania, and a woman from China.
Yep, and us. So that was our group with our driver. We don't recall his name. I think it's Ahmed.
I don't think that's his name.
Meanwhile, we spent a lot of time with this guy.
Yeah. And he was great driver.
So. Yeah, we just were like in this guy's hands, and we started driving. Yeah. We were in the back of the van, and we knew we made stops because the itinerary had said that. So
we made some stops along the way, and you can see some of them. So we're at our first rest stop. It's 9:23 in the morning. We're here in the Atlas Mountains, Morocco. Very pretty spot. Very scenic drive coming up here. 9:57. These are original Berber, so the Berbers' house. It's like 10:20 a.m. in the middle of the Atlas Mountains. Amazing scenery. Splotch of green on this mountain over here, some trees, but mostly they're barren. It's a desert. It's 11:15. We're at stop where they show you how they make argan oil. You can buy some. We bought a little bottle of lemon scented argan oil. So one of the stops on the first day was this kind of very historic town where they made a lot of films, and you'll see a lot of that. 1220. This is the village of Aït Benhaddou. It's been here since the 11th century. It's been used for many different movie sets, Gladiator, Indiana Jones, many things. Just crossing the river. We're down in the riverbed. Not a big river, but maybe as other times it fills up more. These two gates here, the two towered gate and the one over there are both not original. They are movie props that were set up years ago. So that one over there is from a movie, Italian movie, Sodom and Gomorrah, from the 60s. And this one is from the Jewel of the Nile, the Michael Douglas movie in the 1980s. So there are only 6 families that still live here. It's made a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But there's also, there were Jewish families here. There's a synagogue, but it's no longer used. They're not here anymore. But it's part of the UNESCO Museum. So this is where the arena scenes from Gladiator were filmed. From both Gladiator I and Gladiator II. They built an entire kind of Colosseum set here. Apparently it took them 5 months to build it. And then they filmed for several days, and thousands of locals are brought in to be extras, and then 6 days it's all gone. They're not allowed to leave it because of the UNESCO status. Christopher Nolan movie Odyssey was filmed here, and this was they built Troy here for that movie. We got a demonstration of this particular kind of painting art that they do, where they use certain kinds of inks and certain kinds of paper that the guy paints on it, heats it up, paints on it some more, then heats it up, and before he heats it up the second time, it doesn't look like much of anything.
It almost looks
some yellow
painting with water
smudges on it.
Okay guys, so now it's already finished. Okay, look at it. So how many colors you see here? Quanto color? Maybe only one color, yeah? Yellow. But this, after, it's became not just like this one, okay?
And then when he heats it up, it just...
A picture appears.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We are really out in the desert here. It's amazing scenery, very barren. So this bridge that we're on now was built in 2012 by UNESCO, or for UNESCO, to hopefully repopulate the old town. What we're looking at, what you can see now, is the new town. And the people back there in the old part of town were, when this river floods, which apparently happens a couple of times a year, maybe 6 or 7 times a year, and they were cut off. All but 6 families have moved across to this side, but UNESCO built this bridge hopefully so that people would move back to the more historic side, so they can still connect with the new city when this river does flood. Can't imagine what that's like, but apparently in the fall is when it happens. And there's some water flowing into the river. What river there is? This is that whole waterfall. Or not really a waterfall, but there's water going down into the river.
So we knew that one of the things that we had to get to go into the desert was the fabric, or the headscarf, because you do need protection. It's very, very windy. So one of the stops, we went into a store, and there was like rows and rows of beautiful scarves, and then just pieces of cut fabric. And the difficult question was, what color? And I was happy with my pink one, so that was kind of fun. And they gave us a demonstration there, because it's a certain technique to make it work. And the first day we did good, the second day not so.
No, we did okay.
It was okay. So that was kind of a fun stop. And we knew we weren't going to spend a lot of money because it was not something we were going to carry with us beyond Morocco or another city.
There's a few dollars to get
Yeah.
the scarf, and we got this demonstration of how to
Yeah.
wear it.
Always do not to be like that makes them exhausting. The grills. Look, after you take the scarf.
It's not that is the one.
Look, it weighs 1 time, 2 times, 4 times. That's you make a one. 1 time, like that.
And people they think it's hot, but normally when you use it, few minutes, it became nice and cool because we have a technique we do.
3.
It can protect
Look,
the heat also.
the most important you can fix the wrist scarf very well. Okay? Like that. Okay, Alibaba. Where are you from?
Colombia.
Colombiano. Alibaba di Colombia. You squeeze over it in order. You can open the knot like that and you open the scarf.
Okay, so guys, for dessert, you will do like this, okay? Yeah, this part, okay? But now you can just do like this. Voila. This is normally how we keep the hood and the hot stuff, okay?
And then you put it as
No, para el Sahara, mira, así, después, así, and then you are Berber ninja. But with sunglasses, okay?
So we made a few stops, bathroom breaks, lunch break, and basically you see the same vans, the other tour groups traveling because there's not that many places to stop in the desert. So the first day was like a street of restaurants, and you do pay for your own lunch.
Yeah, so they
The
provided
2 days.
breakfast, dinner the first night, breakfast the second, breakfast and dinner the second day, and then breakfast the third one.
Yeah. So it was nice to get out of the van after like an hour or two, but it was so hot. But then we had like a nice lunch,
Yeah.
and then back in the van. And the drive was long, but it was beautiful. We were in the Atlas Mountains,
Yeah.
going up and down and around the mountains, and just looking where it's flat. It's just amazing.
All right. Stop for lunch, and the town we're in has a kasbah. It's pretty impressive. It's an old city. The souk, which means market. Made a snack stop and a little place just along the roadside here. On our way to the hotel for the night. It's very windy, but the overlook point of a set of rock formations called monkey fingers. So the rocks have been carved by the wind and to look like fingers or knuckles. One of them is very particularly looks like to me, like a thumb and 5 fingers. We're at the terrace right across from our hotel here on the first night of the desert tour. Overlooks a river flowing up. It's kind of 9 o'clock at night, so it's just past sunset. It's just right under these mountain cliffs. So our hotel here in, I think it's Beaumont de Dallas, is in a lovely setting along a river under the mountains. And the people here are very, very nice. And that's about the best thing I can say about this place. The bed was not that comfortable. They wouldn't let us have the air conditioning until after dinner. We never got hot water at all. What do you think of the place, lady?
Toilet's not flushing.
Toilet's not flushing.
Flushed yesterday.
So, but we slept here.
It was okay to
Right.
be here for 12 hours.
It is hard to beat the location here for this Hotel Gazelle Udades along this river under these impressive mountain cliffs. I figured my way down right to the river. It is really, really nice down here.
Yep, and we had to be up and out early to get back in the van.
Right.
But this time, our driver, whatever his name was, he told us get in the front.
Yeah.
So
we had our turn to sit in the front seat.
so that was really nice. So
we
we
kind of
could see
rotated the group
Yep.
through the front seat. So
totally different perspective, and we could film out the front.
yeah.
You'll see.
It's 9:50 on day 2 in the morning, and quick photo stop. We made some more stops. We went to this canyon, or river canyon, that was really high cliffs on the side, and while we were there, all of a sudden a goat herder comes through with all of his goats
So
to have a drink at the river.
totally authentic moment in this amazing gorge.
Yeah.
So that was a cool stop.
Right. We're in the Todra Valley, the Todra Gorge. This is the Todra River. Todra means, we're told by our guide, Todra means life. So on the sides there's like irrigation channels or aqueduct, and on both sides they have that. So the walls of the gorge are 300 meters high. About 900 feet, almost 1,000 feet, I guess. So the people that live here, they are nomadic herders. They're just moving their goats through to get some water from the river here. Look at that one. Only one horn.
No fighting.
It's only got one horn, this white one.
No fighting.
That's how he lost his horn. Fighting. So they're having a drink. Right after that, we went on a tour of a Berber village. We saw how they farm. There's a kind of a cooperative community set up, how they farm, how they make rugs and sell those. That's part of their economy.
Yep.
Just had a demonstration of Berber carpet making. Now we're just outside of the Berber house, looking over the gardens of the families with the mountains behind. And it is really hot out.
And it was hot.
It was hot.
The
yeah.
whole thing.
Oh,
The
all
whole
the
thing
days,
was very hot.
All the days were hot.
And
It's July in Morocco.
Yeah. It's low season.
In the
In the
Sahara Desert.
But one of the saving graces on the second day was where we stopped for lunch. There was a pool, and I guess we knew that, or
We knew
we knew that it was a possibility. So we had our swimsuits. Most of the people did. One poor
Coco,
girl.
the girl from the lady from China who's with us, had her luggage got lost.
Her luggage never got to Marrakesh,
So she didn't have
a swimsuit.
Right, so she kind of just she dangled her legs in the water.
So we were like, I want to say like animals, we were whatever, kids maybe is better. We get there, we eat our lunch in like kind of a hot room, and then everybody just went to the changing rooms, and there were other tours there too, so there were other people. Everybody just, you kind of took off your sweaty clothes, put on your bathing suit, and man, we jumped in that pool, and that was like an incredible feeling.
And it was a big pool, and it wasn't shallow at one end, and we found out, our Mexican friends, they couldn't swim, but they got in the pool anyway, and the woman was just hanging on the side for dear life.
I was kind of hanging on the side. It was like,
It was deep.
It was deep. It was well over my head.
Yeah, but it was
And,
beautiful. It was a very refreshing thing to do.
Very refreshing. So we did that. We changed back into our travel clothes.
Yeah.
Back in the
Back
van.
on the road.
But we knew we were close.
Yeah,
we're
we
getting
made-
closer to our
Yeah.
culmination of day 2.
We made another rest stop before we got there, where they sold fossils. We've made a bathroom and water stop at this place that's full of fossils, this fossil-rich area near, on the way to the desert camp. They just have them out by fossils. And then we got to a meeting point where other tours were there, we were there, and our driver said, you two, you go over there. And so we got into a different van, and you'll see in my video, I say we had a hostage exchange.
We just said, okay, great. They took our bags, but
Yeah.
we just said, okay, where do we go? And we're like, staying together.
Us and Perry, who's the Australian who lives in Albania, and Coco, the Chinese woman. The four of us went.
And the other couples,
The
they
couple,
disappeared.
the couple from Mexico and the couple from Chile, they went a different way.
Yep,
And we didn't see them again until the next day.
yep.
We get in this new SUV with two new people.
Yep.
These two women from Barcelona.
And now we start driving fast.
And we don't even know where we're going, but
No.
we're driving across the sand dunes.
Yeah, it was
in
cool.
this,
That was like,
SUV.
that was kind of the first, oh my gosh, we're really here, because it had taken 2 days to get there. And now we're zipping through with kind of a rough ride, driving through the sand.
We completed a hostage exchange, and now we're in a different car, going to our desert camp or something. We're not even sure. We've been joined with 2 new victims that we don't know yet.
And then we get to a drop-off point, and what's there? Camels.
Yeah.
And then we get prepared to go on our ride.
They get us set up. We get our head scarves set up. There's a few. We could have done it ourselves, but there are some kids there that want to do it for you,
So
and
we
you give them
some money.
a couple of dirhams, and they do it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It was and so we were all set up.
And then it's
Mounted our camels.
go time. We get on our camels.
Yeah, we got on our camels.
And it's time to go, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It was a little uncomfortable. You kind of, you're going like this, and there was a bar that I guess goes across the camel's back. I don't know, to hold this seat on.
Saddle.
But there's all blankets kind of, or whatever, and they don't move fast. But it was one of those times that I know I was there oh my gosh, we're on camels in
the Sahara Desert.
It really was a bit mind-blowing.
We're here to take these camels to our camp. We are suited up. There's Perry and Coco heading off. Ready for your camel ride, Perry?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Checked. I'm not sure they'd meet OSHA. There's another train of camels over there. So we're gonna ride these camels for supposedly 45 minutes to the desert camp. See how that goes.
And we rode for over an hour. I kept seeing, after a while, I would see, it looked like a camp in the distance.
There's all kinds of camps out there.
And then that wasn't our camp, and we kept going. And then I said another one, and then we kept going. So by the time we got off, I kind of was ready to be off the camel, but it was phenomenal.
So then we got off the camels, and they broke us up again. So Perry and Coco they were not on the luxury plan. So they went to a different camp, and then Mary Jane and I walked to the more luxury one. They were close together, but again, we saw them the next morning when we got on the sunrise camel. But before that, we we stayed in our luxury camp and
Yep.
have, you know, here's a look around what we did there.
Okay, we're off the camels.
How'd you enjoy that?
It's very good, except my legs are gonna fall off, but it feels good to walk down. We've been going like an hour. Felt longer than
I said
an hour.
45 minutes, but I think
It was
like
closer
an hour.
to an hour. It was amazing.
And we are in the Sahara Desert.
Yep. We took a million pictures. I hope they come out. It was sand in my teeth. My teeth were crunching a little bit. But it was worth it. Now we're gonna go check out our accommodations for the night. It's supposed to be luxury, but you know, we are in the Sahara Desert, so we'll see what it's like. We'll let you know.
And so we're staying at a desert camp here in the Sahara. And this is our luxury camp tent. Each of the tents are named after some desert in the world. Got a little sitting area out here. There's her ladyship.
Hello.
So, a couple of nice big beds.
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
We're glamping in the Sahara.
A little sitting area we have.
We're only here for like 10 hours or something. No, not 10. Yeah, 10 hours.
Yeah, something like that. They gave us traditional outfits to wear to dinner tonight. Robes. It has a full bathroom.
Ooh, nice hot water here.
Toilet. They say they have hot water.
Hot water in the water bottle too.
Okay. And then hot running shower. So haven't used any of that yet. We shall see. But so far so good. Pretty nice. Even air conditioning. Although they don't turn that on until after dinner. All right, this is the outside area for later tonight. As long as the weather holds out, they'll have a bonfire and some music and such. And there is her ladyship. She has gotten into her throne. We're not sure if she can get out of her throne. This is where we had our dinner at the desert camp. A very nice setup, multi-courses, very good food. They just gave us water. You could get an extra drinks if you wanted. So after our night in the desert camp, early wake up.
We had to be in the dining room at 5.
Our sunrise camel excursion left at
It was like
5:30. So we ate a quick breakfast
Yep.
and headed out across the Sahara Desert at sunrise.
Sorry, we just had to say that. And that was cool as well. It was different because now we were veterans. We had been on the camel for an hour and 15 minutes
We
or
were
whatever.
very experienced
the day
camel
before.
riders at this point.
Yes. Oh, we forgot to mention, you may have seen, we were being led in and out of the desert by like a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Our
he-
lives were in
He
his
was 12.
hands.
He was 12.
I think
Yusuf.
he was good.
Yeah.
He just had to walk, but really I was like, what if something happens? But there were people around.
Yeah.
There would be all of a sudden you'd see a car go by, but not many. Like it was,
No, I don't know.
it was very
Other camels or so.
quiet
Yeah.
and just serene. The walk in was more windy. The sunrise was just quiet. The sun was rising behind us, so I know I was looking ahead, and we passed over. I felt like more dunes, and you could just see the sort of waves and the sand, and then the sun was behind us. It was amazing. And that was a good hour and 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dawn camel ride, sunrise camel ride. How's it going back there?
Great. Oh, I'm pausing here for a second.
There's our guy Yusuf taking care of the camels.
We got off our camels, we said goodbye to them, and we were like in the middle of, it felt like nowhere. And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. So we got to take some more pictures. And then vehicles showed up.
Yeah,
and then it became again,
so then we
saw
went,
people
right.
going like,
Yeah.
what the one guy ended up saying was, for the girl from China, you go there. Australia, you go there. Mexico, you go there. I don't know what he ever
Just said
referred
YouTube.
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't
But
say anything.
yeah, so we got back to the central point again. There's a lot of different tour bands and things like that going on, and they're just redistributing everyone.
Right.
So
we
so
met
I-
up with the Mexicans.
We met up
and
with our,
Chileans
you know,
again,
yeah,
so
we
that
all
was
got together. Our
nice.
group was together
Yeah.
again, but 4 of our group, the Mexicans and Perry and Coco, were going back to Marrakesh, and the Chileans and us,
We
we were going on to Fez.
So
So we got in a different van with completely different people.
We had to split up the band,
Yep.
and then we were with
we-
people we didn't
so
know.
we said goodbye to our driver from the first 2 days,
Yep.
and to
And then we
those 4,
Yep.
and
we had
off we went.
another long. This was now a long day
Yeah.
ahead of us because I guess it
didn't-
was.
I didn't feel the camaraderie with the second
No,
group.
there was no camaraderie.
No, we still had our Chilean friends.
It was
but
just kind of like book it out there. We stopped for lunch.
This was a bigger van, like than the.
It was actually a nicer van, for the most part. I was in the back in a single seat.
I was like, can I sit in the front? He's like, sure. So I get in the front, and we start going, and I'm like, and then I realize, and he says, no, we don't have air conditioning in the front seat.
The back of the bus
So-
has air
So
conditioning.
it was hot.
So
in the
for
front.
8 hours.
But I stayed there because I had the best view of anybody,
Yeah.
and I wanted to see it. So
Yep.
it wasn't. I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't. It was bearable.
He would crank the air at times and lower the air at times.
Yeah, I watched how he did it. Like
Yeah.
so, the air inside the cabin, so to speak, was if he was going uphill, he would turn the air conditioner way down. 'cause
We wanted to make
he
sure we got
he
there.
needed the power for the. I don't know if it was like a lawnmower engine in the truck or I don't know,
Yeah.
but he really was playing with the air conditioner
Yeah.
as he had different requirements for the engine.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we made a few stops on the way to Fez. So this is day 3,
Right.
really. And I know I was ready to like get somewhere, but you know, again, it's fine. You're just a passenger, and we had seen, you know, similar sights. So I know I closed my eyes. I was listening to a podcast or whatever, and you were sweating up front.
Yeah.
And we made a few stops.
Yeah.
Here's a look at those.
We made a stop on our way to Fez. First stop on the way. Little Camel's in a pen as a baby. Some other juveniles over there. I don't know if you can hear me because it's really windy. One of the last stops we made was they have in Morocco, they have these monkeys that are wild, but in certain places they have been not really domesticated, but the people, you know, take care of them to a sense in a kind of for tourists to see them, and they give us some food to feed them, but they've made these monkeys kind of not wild anymore and not independent.
Yeah,
so
so
it's probably not great for the monkeys. You know, it's a little conflicted about how that was working, but these people are getting, you know, we're helping the people.
Yeah, so we gave the people some money
so
for the food and for the experience, but not crazy about how the monkeys were handled.
Right.
Okay, 5 minutes for monkeys. 5 minutes, okay.
The very last stop before we got to Fez was this town called Ifran. We're in the city of Ifran, which has been called the Switzerland of Morocco, I guess, because of this European-style architecture around. It's also kind of at a higher altitude than other parts of Morocco. I was told that they get snow here. They get snow in October and November. And I even saw a place where there are ski slopes. The Hotel Chamonix here in Ifran. Well, Chamonix is in France, not Switzerland, but anyway. We had a great trip.
You can probably tell that we absolutely loved it.
One of the options you could do on this trip is we did a 3-day trip. You can do a 4-day trip, which is if we would do it again, we would do a 4-day trip because that gives you another night in the desert, a full day out in the deserts to do different things. So I think that would be the option we'd probably do if we had to do it again.
We did ask what happens on that additional day because it's hot. Like as we said, we were there in July and it is hot. So, but they said they would take you to a hotel and you can go in the pool and you can hang out. Right. I think other times of the year, we were told October is the best time to go to Morocco. Other times of the year, I'm sure it's cold in the desert, but that wasn't our case.
Yeah.
But I think 4 days would have been nice because it also breaks up the driving. You're in the van a lot, consider that.
I mean, you saw in our video we were in the desert camp for like a total of 10 hours. Yeah. So we didn't, we had a good time, but it would have been great to have more time.
So that's our advice if you ever get there.
Right.
Again, we absolutely loved it. Highly recommend it. It's an investment in time and some money.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get to Morocco.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Thanks for traveling with Danny and MJ.
We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.